Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? Grab that coffee, maybe a snack or two, and let's get into it, all right? So, I don't know if you heard about this, but JP Morgan, the Chase CEO, yeah, that guy. So, he's warning everyone of a economic hurricane. Oh, gee whiz, are you billionaire? So, he said, you better get ready to brace yourself. Oh, thanks, man. So, he said, brace yourself. It's a hurricane right now. I've been dealing with hurricanes my whole life. No, I'm kidding. So he said, it's kind of sunny. Things are going fine. No, it's not, you jack. He said, everyone thinks the Fed can handle this. Really, Jamie Dimon? You think so? Yo, Trish, you want to jump in on this? Because since Jamie Dimon is here, I'll shut up. He said that hurricane is right out there down the road coming your way. Down the road? Don't you mean out in the Gulf of Mexico? I'll shut up. So he said, we just don't know if it's a minor one or Superstorm Sandy or Andrew or something like that, and you better brace yourself. Keep my son's name out your mouth. I'll shut up. So the JP Morgan Chase chief executive spotlighted two issues he was concerned about. So this trillionaire, he's concerned. What do you got to be concerned about, man? You ain't struggling like the rest of us, so shut up and sit down. He said the invasion and how it's affecting rising prices for fuel and food, and the Fed's efforts to raise interest rates and reduce its balance sheet to tackle inflation. Oh, that's your concerns. So Jamie said wars go bad, and suggesting that the Fed's interest rate hikes could backfire and lead to a recession. Of course it's going to lead to a recession. We all know this. We're not dumb. We're not dumb. He's also said that the U.S. should do more to protect the European economies that are being hurt by the fighting over Russia's oil and gas supply. And he said, we're not talking the proper actions to protect Europe from what's going to happen to the oil in the short run. Oh, nay. The chief executive's remark come as the United States grapples with decades-high inflation and the nagging pandemic that has disrupted the supply chains, and further constraints on the global economy from the invasion. But the potato administration, because this guy, and the Fed have come under criticism for not doing more earlier to tackle the inflation. They want the inflation, man. Potato, he wants it. They don't care. Do you honestly believe that they care? No. Pelosi, she's a lush. Her husband was just arrested for DUI. But that's trying to be swept under the rug. All right? Come on. So, and then Yellen the felon, Janet. Yeah, damn it, Janet. So, conceded in an interview on CNN that she was wrong. Oh, were you wrong when you said it was transitory? I told you were wrong, you moron. Everybody called your butt out. We all said you were wrong. But oh no, she was right and she's standing her ground. And we all said you were wrong. And now, now you're going to come out after you were called out by how many people? Now you're going to say, I was wrong. Were you? Okay, you jackass. About the trajectory of inflation following the comments that she made in 2021 and said that it was a small risk and saying that it was transitory. Shut up. She said, well, look, I think I was wrong. You think? Nah, you were wrong about the path that inflation would take. Yeah, because why? Because we're almost at hyperinflation? Because America's going to be a Venezuela? So she said, as I mentioned, there have been unanticipated and large shocks to the economy that have boosted energy and food prices and supply bottlenecks that have affected our economy badly, that I at the time didn't fully understand, but we recognize that now. You didn't fully understand it? You're a liar. You are a liar, Janet. You are a liar, and I'm calling you out because I tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat shite, and everybody knows that. So, on to this. I need to calm the hell down because my blood pressure is going up. I'm going to have to take a pill. So, more on Potato. He has revealed that after being elected to the White House, I'm going to stop you right there, Potato. So, the Chinese president, he cautioned him that democracies are on the decline and that one day autocracies will run the world. Here we go. We're living through a global struggle. Potato said. Oh, you're just now saying that? He said, I've met more with the Chinese president than any other world leader has. I'm sorry, I can't help but to laugh. I really can't. When he said he called me to congratulate me on election night. He said to me what we have said many times before. He said democracies cannot be sustained in the 21st century. No. I said, why? He said, things are changing so rapidly. Democracies require consensus, and it takes time. And you don't have the time. No? Okay. So these two have often struggled to see eye to eye on foreign policy, with the American leader championing democracy as his Chinese counterpart promotes autocracy. Oh, God. I'm going to get my ass in trouble. So, on to this. Now, this link that I'm going to put in the description box below, along with all the other links that go along, with my videos and stuff like that, okay? This link, you're going to have to push to translate to English, okay? Because this comes out of Germany. And I know that I have some subscribers in Germany, okay? So listen up, okay? Because this, like I have said so many times before, when it happens in one country, it's going to be a trickle effect or a domino effect, okay? So please listen up. Even though we live here in America and abroad, Australia, South Africa, okay? I've got subscribers all over the world, okay? So please listen up. Just because this is happening in Germany does not mean that it will not happen everywhere else, okay? So Germany has called on their people to start stocking up on water and food for at least 10 days in the face of a supply crisis. This is what they said. You need 2 liters of water per person every day and food that gathers 2,200 kilocalories per person. So, they said, and that was recited by Clara, who is 9, who had a lesson well learned. At school, they have been talking about the new recommendation of the Ministry of the Interior to the German population to stock up for at least 10 days. She said, I'm not in favor of storing. I already learned the lesson during the pandemic. There was never a shortage of supplies, admits his mother, a clerk in the Berlin's Charlottenburg district. But if the children come home asking where our supplies are, you throw yourself into the supermarket, if only so that they are not frightened by thinking that they are not prepared. Okay, so because they didn't see shortages doesn't mean that they're not going to start to see shortages. And if you're asking yourself, well, now that the German ministry is saying, okay, guys, now is the time to start stockpiling, could they start to see panic buying and shortages in their stores? They very well could. But, are they starting to scare the kids in schools? Because now the kids are starting to go home and say, well, why aren't you stockpiling? Where's our food? Where's our this? Where's our that? Okay, so that link will be in the description box below as well. And now for a commercial break. So this email came in and she said, I was at Walmart's yesterday and there were some obvious bare spots. The thing that caught my attention yesterday were the soups. The soup section is half what it used to be. They fronted long rows of boxed broth to fill it in. And what soup was there was scarce and very little variety. Paper plates and the like were very empty. Did have a little more baby formula, but still a third normal. Store was filled with stuff. Oh, hang on. Sorry, siren was going by and I thought my dogs were going to howl. Ridley, no. So she said store was filled with just stuff, but it was like random junk. And I didn't get photos because I had to use my phone on the Walmart app to check prices. Okay, yeah. And she said a lot, and I mean a lot, of sticker prices were not the actual price. Example, Chef Boyardee products marked 98 cents, but the actual price, $1.24. Okay. She said, use your apps, people. Check the prices. And I'm sure many people shocked when they checked their receipts. Luckily, I had all day to spend checking prices. Many times that is not possible. Also, I noticed most people were only buying a few items. I think I had more than most, and I only had half a cart full. Rufford head, stock up while you can. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, you're so right. Okay, so then on to this. This came in. She said, I went to Subway in Gainesville yesterday. Gainesville is in Florida. And she said to pick up my order. And when I arrived, the single staff employee said, sorry, I did not make your order because we have no bread. Whoa. He said, I'm really not sure what's going on, but we can't get bread now. People were coming in and leaving the Subway because of this. I don't know if this is an isolated issue or a bigger problem on the horizon. Sweetheart, it's a bigger problem on the horizon, okay? I have been telling you, and Trish has been telling you, stock up on your flour, stock up on all of your baking supplies. Why? You already know why. All right? So, here's an update from the Czech Republic, okay? She said, so something interesting happened to me today that made me realize, despite how much the government tries to convince people, we will be fine without Russian oil and such, we are really not prepared. Yeah, I know. She said, today we have half the city lose power due to a fault at the substation. We had limited public transport shops, couldn't sell their goods. Most people don't carry cash and can't even imagine how quickly things will go up this fall. Sure, we have a bypass of the EU oil embargo and being landlocked and have special permissions to still receive oil via land, but this is seriously going to be scary this fall. Yeah, it is. She said, this makes me nervous as we live on the 10th floor and the gentleman next door is in a wheelchair. We have at least 9 kids living on this floor of our building, as well as you can imagine 9 kids. My 8-year-old is the oldest, walking 10 floors up and down every day. Anyway, just something we're seriously thinking about how to deal with because today we got a 40-minute practice run. Yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's not going to be easy. Not at all. So, on to this. This was sent in. She said, just heard grocery prices will increase another 30% by August. Please tell people to head to Kroger for a darn good deal on chicken wings. $7.97 with the coupon. I bought 5 bags. All right on. They went from $9.99 down to $7.97. Beautiful. Okay, so we all get gas every day, right? Yeah. Have you noticed anything weird happening with your car? I know I sure as hell have. And I even brought it to my mechanic, you know, I talked to him. I said, Dave, what's going on? You know, and if you guys ever have any questions about your car, even if you don't live here in the Tampa Bay area, you know, you can always call him, okay? His link is in the description box below, okay? You can call him, whatever. Even if you need parts for your car, he can get them for you at his cost, okay? So, this is concerning, and it's not just the high prices. Okay, it's not just that. Is our gas being diluted? Rational question. Is it being diluted? The other day, I get in my car, I start it up. All of a sudden, my car stalls. No reason. I can't figure it out. Start it up again. I go right to my mechanic. I said, what's going on? He said, it's the gas. What do you mean it's the gas? I said, I didn't change gas. He said, no, you didn't change it. He said, it's the gas. He said two things. Either it's too much ethanol, which we knew they were changing. They were putting more ethanol to save on gas prices, or it's being diluted. Here's your proof. So, is it? Yeah, it is. That link is in the description box below, okay? It is being diluted, okay? And it's the truth. Damn scammers. Anyway, on to this. So, talking about sugar, okay? And I had said in my earlier video to stock up on sugar. Why? Because they said, oh, another recall. Bullshit. So, there might be a sugar shortage this year, and here's why. The world seems to be headed toward a food crisis. Seems to be. We are. While there are intermittent reports of shortages, packaged food products over the last couple of years, even several staples like wheat, potatoes, edible oil, have been in short supply this year. Could there be a sugar shortage as well? Absolutely. Stock up on your sugar. Okay? Look at what's happening in Russia. They can't even keep sugar on the shelves, and as soon as they bring sugar out, people are grabbing it like it's gold. Okay? Stock up. Sugar is produced from sugarcane, you know that, which is grown across the world. Some of the food product shortages, especially wheat, edible oil, are directly linked to who? Putin. And the invasion. The sugar shortage also has an indirect connection to the invasion, which is now in its 4th month. So, India and Brazil are the top 2 sugar producers, all right, and globally followed by the EU. And China is the 4th largest sugar producer, while Thailand occupies the 5th spot. And the ranking of sugar exporters is different and more important. Okay, so Brazil is the largest sugar exporter. Brazil is the 2nd largest sugar producer. It's still the largest exporter. India occupies the 2nd spot. Thailand is the world's 3rd largest sugar exporter. Brazil accounted for over 1/3 of the global sugar exports, while India's share was just above 10%. Now, the U.S. is the largest sugar importer, okay, and followed by China. Now, while the latter is among the top 5 sugar producers, it still has to rely on imports from around a third of its requirements. And sugar cane needs warm weather and plenty of water, which is why some countries aren't able to grow adequate quantities. So I'm going to put up some screenshots, okay? And this staple could start disappearing from shelves, okay? And it's start stocking up, please. Because whether you realize it or not, everyone uses sugar, okay? And before I go, so Penny Wong, okay, this came out of Australia. Penny Wong's pledge in China pushback, okay? She will visit leaders in Samoa and Tonga over the next few days. Her visit comes after both nations signed deals with China. And she said, we understand that we may need to work together like never before. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less.